Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I hope everybody's awake. I know there was good parties last night, and there's good parties tonight, so we appreciate you being here for this early morning session on automation workflows. My name is Matt Elliott. I'm a developer advocate at Rubrik. I chose, I guess, the hardest Twitter handle in the world to spell, so if you want to find me, just make sure you spell brouhaha correctly. You can also find me on GitHub or just look on Yap's Twitter timeline, and you'll find some retweets from me. So,
well, my name is Jaap. I'm a Microsoft MVP, colleague of Matt, also a developer advocate. My big passion is automation and scripting. I do a lot in the PowerShell world, and that's also what I do at Rubrik. So,
thanks. All right. This morning we're talking about really automation and API focused use cases. So we're not going to deep dive into every feature Rubrik has. We'll highlight some of them. But if you have questions beyond what we covered today, just stop by our booth, and there's plenty of smart people there who can walk you through a really deep dive of our product. But we're going to talk about APIs and automation, what makes Rubrik different in that space. And we'll look at some examples and some demos, and we'll talk about Rubrik Build, which is a project Jaap and I have both worked on quite a bit. So what makes Rubrik different from some of the other data protection and from some of the other just products that you might deploy in your data center today? We talk a lot about being API first. So what does that mean? Essentially, we build our product in a way where the API was designed first, and then we built the UI and all the other tooling on top of it. So if you are using our product, you're browsing through our web interface, if you open up the Chrome developer console and click through the UI, you will see the API calls going back and forth from the UI to our REST endpoint. What does that mean? Basically, that gives you flexibility. Everything you can do in our product is automatable via an API call. Maybe you're not an API person. Maybe you've never used an API at all. That's okay. We've got tons of great use cases on how to use our API. We've got great documentation. We've got sample code that will get you up and running quickly and enable you to leverage this power.
and not just user resources. Does anyone in here use PowerShell? Like anyone? A lot of people PowerShell. There's also a PowerShell module, so that makes things a lot easier. Just a command get Rubrik VM, and you get all the details about the VMs and everything that's available in the API. Because I don't like APIs. If I can do a PowerShell commandlet and I can just kind of pipe it around and get the output I want, it just makes it a lot easier. So.
Yep. Yeah, so don't let that scare you. We've got a lot of tooling available for you to leverage this. And many pre-built integrations similar to the PowerShell SDK Jaap mentioned. We have integrations with several other products that we'll highlight in a bit. But they can get you up and running very quickly, and they leverage the power of our RESTful API. So that's great. We're API first. But how does that affect you today in your data center, your environment that you're working in? Well, data protection is just a small piece of what you're doing. So we want our product to play nicely with all of the other solutions that you have deployed in your data center. Things like ServiceNow or other ITSM tools that can leverage our API. You can integrate Rubrik into those workflows. You can automate restores of files for users as they submit a ticket into tools like ServiceNow. We also want to meet your developers and your DevOps team where they're at. So popular tool sets like Ansible and Puppet, we provide integrations for those. Popular languages, Jaap mentioned PowerShell, Python, and Go. So if you have developers, we are going to give them the tools to be able to do what they need to do with our product. We have some advanced customers that don't use our UI at all. They are totally API driven. They're using these integrations to integrate our product into their existing workflows. And then much of it is also on GitHub. So that's a place that you can go. You can see the code. You can raise issues. You can do feature requests. If you want to participate in an open source project, we will help you out. We'll talk about Rubrik Build a little bit more, but that's a great place to collaborate with us, and we love that.
Yeah, and I think one of the big use cases is like there is very common task when it comes to data protection and data recovery. Like, let's take a snapshot, or I deleted a file, and that is the kind of things that you don't want to be bothered with. It's something you'll create some kind of workflow for. It can be like you have the ticketing system like ServiceNow that's listed there. People raise a ticket and they can just pick their own file and restore it. And that's made possible because of those integrations we've built and because of the open API stack we have.
So we'll dig into some specific examples, talk about ways customers are using our API. We mentioned integrating with existing automation suites, ServiceNow and other ITSM tools. My background's in networking. I am really big on automating manual tasks. And so being able to simplify large deployments, use popular automation tools, that we all know scaling is hard in IT. That is almost a universal truth. And so by taking some of the manual work out of these processes, automating them, removing the possibility of human error is what allows us to scale more efficiently. So we're able to do that at Rubrik.
Again, an example of that is because we have the PowerShell module. PowerShell makes it relatively easy to run parallel jobs or run background jobs. What we're able to do is, it doesn't matter if you have one cluster or you have 50 clusters out there. You can just send the commands against all these clusters at once, wait for the output to come, and you can configure, you can manipulate, you can extract data on a very big scale and in a repeatable and easy way.
Monitoring is another building block here that's very important. We have integrations with tools like Splunk, but you also have flexibility to integrate with whatever monitoring tool you're using. We expose a lot of information about metrics and utilization through our API, and of course we support SNMP. So you can make sure that your data protection solution is healthy. And these are building blocks. So once you've got some of these initial pieces in place, you can start to automate at scale. And you can build new services on top of Rubrik. So for example, we have one large MSP that has built a whole disaster recovery as a service product on top of Rubrik, leveraging our APIs, their own automation, and automating other systems. So they took what was initially just a data protection product and built services on top of that. So I think that's a neat use case. We've got a few other sort of more detailed examples we'll look at real quick. Here's, let's say there's an example here where you've got multiple data centers, you're doing rapid deployments of apps based on VMs. You're using, let's say, PowerShell to automate this process. When you deploy these apps, you can then immediately assign an SLA to them in Rubrik. The SLA is what we use to define RPO and basically define how you want your workload protected. So you can integrate us into that workflow. So as soon as your VM is deployed, it's protected, and it eases some of the manual pain and work of going to multiple different virtualization clusters and doing this all manually and clicking through the UI. It's very, very efficient and quick to do this through a tool like PowerShell. Another popular use case that's getting a lot of traction is Terraform. We do have a Terraform provider. This is a great tool for building infrastructure in the cloud and actually quickly removing it as well if you're not careful. But we do work with Terraform as well for a similar use case.
Does anyone actually use Terraform here? A lot of people using Terraform. Yeah, I started out using ARM templates, but I think the big benefit for the people that are not using Terraform, that it's not just, it doesn't just work on Azure, it works on AWS. You can use it on premises, so you can use the same kind of templates, the same kind of domain-specific language to define your entire infrastructure. That's my Terraform stick.
One more slide before we go into the demo. We love a good customer use case. So this is a financial services customer on the West Coast. they were able to leverage some of our secret sauce to reduce the amount of data it takes to back up their product and greatly reduce the RPO with SQL Live Mount. But the cool use case for me is them leveraging PowerShell to do 25 database live mounts per hour to do some test and dev work. So again, this is a customer that took a data protection tool but found a cool use case for test and dev. So they're furthering their business because of the agility was provided them by Rubrik to quickly be able to take production data in a database, mount it to a test SQL server, do whatever they need to do, and they can blow it away and start over, all easily automatable with PowerShell and our API.
One of the nice things that you quickly stepped over is that whenever we mount something, we won't actually change the backup data. So you can just spin something up using whatever we have stored in the Rubrik cluster. You can do a point-in-time live mount, use that data, look at the data, do whatever kind of testing you need, and then just blow it away, and there's no changes to the actual backup data.
So we're going to look at a demo now. So let's get into what we're actually going to see. We've done a little bit of pre-work to get this demo ready, and then most of it we'll see live running in a CI pipeline. I'm telling you, it is super exciting. So we've got a basic cluster set up here, a Rubrik cluster protecting a virtualization cluster, a few apps, and a database. And for sake of example, let's say this database is very important data. It's a huge database that got all your financial data for years and years. So it is like the crown jewels of your company. So it's been set up to be protected, and we are using our archive functionality to send that up to, in this case, Azure Blob Storage. So we feel like tape is old, tape's kind of dead. We encourage people to archive their data to the cloud instead of the tape. So that's the solution that we're using here. So once we have that data archived to the cloud, we can do some interesting stuff with it. We can convert it to a cloud-native image and do some of that test dev workflow that I just mentioned. That's doing something interesting on your production data, but in a way that's safe, that's not going to actually affect it. So in this demo, we're also assuming that you leverage some sort of infrastructure as code solution. So we have a Git repo out there that's got some YAML files that you're going to have to use your imagination here a little bit, but let's just say for sake of argument, you've got some sort of web app front end configured there that you can easily deploy through Terraform, or you've got your database schema defined if you want to change it. So you want to test that first. Or maybe you've got security configuration, firewall rules, patching information, you've got that defined there. So as you go to that Git repo and you make a change to one of those configuration files, it's going to spin up a CI pipeline. So in our demo here, our CI pipeline is going to talk back to the REST API on the Rubrik cluster, and it's going to initiate a cloud on, or we'll also call that a cloud mount. So it's taking that archived data, and it is converting it to a cloud-native image. So we do that by spinning up a temporary VM in the cloud that takes that archived data, converts it to that cloud-native format, turns it on, and then our little temporary VM goes away. You've got a copy of your workload as recent as the last snapshot that was taken, now running in the cloud. So at that point, you've got the flexibility in your CI pipeline to do whatever you want. So we're going to do something fairly simple. We're just going to run a database check against this database server, but we'll do it in an automated fashion. And this is sort of the choose your own adventure portion of this talk, where you have to take this example and think of a way that this might work in your environment. Maybe, like I said, you wanted to install a patch and then run a security scan against your server and just make sure your database is healthy after the patch was installed. So there's a lot of possibilities that you can use here if you use a little bit of creativity. So
I think one of the things that, of course, should be mentioned, whenever you spin up a workload that was running locally, you have to take into account that services like Active Directory won't be available in Azure unless you specifically choose to spin it up. Your IP configuration, you'll have to make changes to the image. You have to script or automate some way to configure the VM so we can actually get to the data. which Matt has taken care of.
So here's the Rubrik UI. Here's the VM that we're going to perform some of these demos against. So I mentioned that we sort of do this process in the cloud to convert the image. We're cheating a little bit for the sake of this demo. We've pre-converted it, which is an option that you have in Rubrik to convert an image as soon as it's archived instead of doing it on demand. It just saves time in this case. So you'll see when I kick this off, it'll go from like 0 to 92% complete very quickly. So we've skipped some steps here for sake of time. So here's the VM that we're protecting. We can see this is just the UI showing some snapshots have run and been protected, and it's protected with an SLA configured right here. This shows images that we've cloud mounted in Azure. So you can see there's nothing there yet. And you can see we have some VMs already running in Azure, but not the VM that we want to test against right now. So here's our little demo repo. We've got a pipeline configuration file that once I edit it, that'll kick off a workflow through Azure pipelines to run our pipeline. So this script, if I pass it this variable, true, it will clean up after itself when it's finished. So I want to make that change right now. And so this could be any sort of configuration. So we'll watch our pipelines here, and we should see a new one kick off if I saved it.
Azure DevOps sometimes needs a little bit of a push before it actually notices the commit. But usually it gets there in the first 5 to 10 seconds.
Well, you can click this button and kick it off manually. I don't know why it didn't start there.
Could you go back to the YAML file?
Sure.
So we can see here that the trigger for the Azure DevOps pipeline is actually whenever something is committed to master, which is something Matt did, but it didn't trigger. You can switch back to the other.
Sure. So maybe it did pick it up because it says there's one job ahead of me now. So maybe I just wasn't patient enough here. So we've got our CI pipeline running now. It's running a cloud mount. And while this runs, it does take just a couple minutes. I'm going to show you the script that actually is doing this work. And Jaap can provide some color commentary since he's the PowerShell pro.
Which language is the script in?
It is in PowerShell.
Fantastic, man.
So this script leverages our PowerShell SDK as well as some SQL Server functionality. And so we'll just run through this at a high level. Basically, all we do to start the script, excuse me, import the needed modules. Then we set some variables down here that we'll use later in our script, like our cluster IP, the name of the VM that we want to mount, and we've obfuscated some of our Azure information, but we're using that to run the cloud mount. This connect Rubrik is the first step in using our PowerShell module. You've got to connect to a cluster and provide a key that we've set up in our pipeline, and then we'll grab the VM information for the VM that we want to spin up in the cloud, which is that demo win ME. I'm ME, Matt Elliott. Do a little bit of error handling, and then get the latest snapshot. We have to provide the snapshot to Rubrik to tell it which one we want to mount in the cloud. In this case, we're just using the latest snapshot. So once we've got that VM information, the latest snapshot information, we can build that all into a body that we're going to pass in through a REST API call. So you saw some of these commandlets were get Rubrik VM, connect Rubrik, etc. They're native commandlets that are built into our PowerShell module. But in the case where there's not a native commandlet, we have the ability to just send over a REST call. So a little bit more manual work to build the body necessary that you're submitting through REST. All that information is available through our API documentation, so it's easy to find. But once you've built that, you can send over this REST API call. It'll initiate the cloud mount. The rest of the script essentially is just running some connectivity checks to make sure we can talk to this server once it's spun up. Once we can ping it, essentially, it's going to run our database check. So we've got that connectivity verification there that's just running some pings and doing some error handling, finding the IP address of the new server that was spun up. And then we're running the SQL command here to check our database statistics, and the rest is some cleanup. So let's look at where our pipeline's at. We've got some pings failing, but they'll start working soon. So
maybe you can switch over to the Azure portal and
yes.
show that the VM is actually in there, and you can click it after you click refresh.
Yep. So there we go. We see our VM is spun up and running in Azure. And we also can look at our Rubrik UI. We can see this is the cloud mount that we've instantiated.
And one of the things that that was in the script, when we're connecting and authenticating against the Rubrik cluster, obviously we can use username and password. But for automated pipelines like these, obviously you want to be using a token because you don't want to expose a username and password, or just create a specific account just for the purpose of running a job. It's easier to just generate a token using whatever kind of permissions are necessary to run this job, lock it down, and then use that token in your pipelines or in your scripts or in your orchestration tools.
And we were able to store that key inside the secrets manager in the Azure DevOps pipeline. So it's just passed to our VM as an environmental variable. It's never displayed anywhere. A very secure way of passing that secret information. So exciting stuff here. We have instantiated a VM in the cloud. We started pinging it. It came back, and we've programmatically run this database check script against it and verified that everything is cool in the cloud with our image. So again, this is the point where you would do some additional automation that's important for your business to verify this data, to change it, to patch it, whatever you want to do. And then when we're done, we're going to clean it up. I'm not going to make you all watch that part because it takes a few minutes as well. But we do want to clean up after ourselves and not leave stray resources out there running in the cloud, spending our hard-earned money. So switch back. So in summary, we protected this VM. We've archived it to the cloud. We've converted it to a cloud-native format and then used a CI pipeline to run some automation against it and then clean up after ourselves. So I think this is a pretty cool use case. Again, it's pretty simple for the uses of this demo, but feel like this is a technology that you can leverage in your own business to do some pretty interesting work. All of this is available on this GitHub repo. If you want to see our work, check it, use it for yourselves. And let us know if you have questions on it. We'll have some time for questions at the end. So I'm going to let Jaap talk about Rubrik Build.
Excellent. I hope we'll talk about it together.
Yes.
You can't fall asleep yet.
Good drink here.
So Matt has already mentioned that Rubrik Build is one of the projects we've been working on. And what Rubrik Build actually is our website, but also our community program in which we try to cater to different people that want to consume or create automation or work with different integrations. So the first and the most visible part of Rubrik Build is obviously the website. And what we've done there is we've looked at the different kind of personas that might be interested in this, and we've segmented the website in different sections. So we call them SDKs, but in fact they're just modules. So PowerShell module, a Python module, a Go module. But if we would click one of these, we can either get information, how to get started, a quick start guide, a couple of examples of how you can actually run the code and integrate this. Second part, if you're a developer and you just want to get into it, there's links to GitHub. And then thirdly, we have a command reference, so the documentation for individual commands or individual scripts even. Then we also have the part of the integrations, and finally we also have use cases. So a use case might be if you want to live mount your database as an Azure VM. That could be a use case. It's actually not in there, but we have some similar use cases that I'll be covering in further slides.
Before you go back one,
Yes.
two other things to point out I think that are important here are the API documentation link up at the top right. So we have that hosted on GitHub as well if you want to just peruse our API documentation and get a sense of what that looks like. There's also a community tab up there of people who are not necessarily Rubrik employees, but they've built some interesting use case with Rubrik that they wanted to share, so we're highlighting them on this site.
Yeah, we actually have, I think it's actually under the use cases. One of our customers is really enthusiastic about PHP, and he built his own Rubrik framework in PHP. I mean, I can't code PHP, but I looked at it. It's like 10,000 lines of PHP code in which he interfaces and basically built his own PHP module to interface with our product. I think that's the power of having this open API stack, because you can facilitate people to do that. I would never write anything in PHP though. It's so hard. So one of the things we've done on GitHub is we've made it easy for people to contribute by creating a contribution guideline. So not only how can you contribute or how should you get started, because not everyone is familiar with GitHub. That's something we've seen in our organization as well. But by creating clearer guidelines, we've been able to get some of our people from our marketing department or from our technical writing department, which are generally not people that would be contributing anything on GitHub, to actually contribute and help us improve our documentation or spot mistakes we've made there. So obviously we do that through pull request. So we've also created templates for the pull request, so you will know what kind of information we'll require. One of our big things with PowerShell, are you familiar with Pester? Pester is a unit testing framework in PowerShell. We require people to provide unit tests for whatever code they submit. And we've created, I think, do we have hundreds now? What do you have?
Of unit tests?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hundreds of unit tests just to be able to verify that whatever kind of code comes in is actually going to successfully run. And we've seen it with code that comes in. Our test will fail. Even if they write something new, our test will still be able to catch it in many cases. And for people that want to contribute, we have the up for grabs or help wanted or different kind of labels that make it easy to identify how you can get started in the GitHub repos if you want to contribute. You want to do the quote?
I think what we really enjoy is customers coming in. They were apprehensive about getting started and then delighted by how easy it was to actually learn how to utilize these technologies and also contribute something back that was useful to them. And that's just the power of community and social coding.
And I actually know that one of our earliest external contributors for the PowerShell module, that's a different person than this one, he spotted a mistake in the documentation at the time, and he ended up doing his first pull request. And then a year later, he checked back with one of our colleagues, and he's like, I remember that the first time on GitHub, I did a pull request to your repository, and now I'm a DevOps engineer, and thank you so much for guiding me too. And I think that's the nice thing about actually building up a community and being able to help and support people with not just writing code, but also the process and the procedures you go to for community-driven programs. So this is actually one of the integrations or one of the use cases that we've built for on top of Rubrik. So I already mentioned that I don't like to be the person that actually manually executes a task. It doesn't matter if it's something that's data recovery or data backup related. Just any kind of repeated task, I want to find a way to automate it, and I want to find a way that people don't bother me for it. And one of the examples here is something we've built in PowerShell. So we've built a chatbot, or actually we use an existing chatbot framework. So we can see here the chatbot framework is called Postbot. It's completely built in PowerShell. It can run either on Windows, Linux, or even on Mac. Mac is obviously not a very good choice to run a chatbot, but it's possible. And what we did with this chatbot, we built a module in collaboration with a project owner of Postbot, and we've built our own integrations with Rubrik. So first of all, why would you want to do this? Well, in my case, I want to do this just to see if I could do it. I could. But you can actually do quite cool things with it if you integrate something like this into a chat solution. So in this example, we have the Microsoft Teams logo, but because this is an open framework, it's not just limited to Microsoft Teams. You can integrate it into, what's the competitor called from Microsoft Teams? I don't know, something Slack?
Slack, I think, yeah.
Not as good. But also integrates into other frameworks, like I think we have, Postbot also has integration for Discord, or it's about to be released in preview now. So you can use the same framework, in this case Postbot, to communicate to different platforms. But because of the fact everything can interact with each other, we can use our PowerShell module from Postbot, call our commands there, and it just greatly simplifies creating the code or creating these integrations, because you can use different components from different frameworks and build something cool. And what we ended up getting here is we have a chatbot. We can invite our chatbot. Usually we end up calling her Roxy. And we invite the chatbot into our chat, and we can say, okay, I want to live mount a VM. So unlike what we did with a pipeline, where we actually have to commit code to GitHub, we can just be in a Teams channel, tell the bot, I want to restore this VM, I want to live mount this VM, or even something more simple. I deleted a file from my desktop. Can you just restore it for me? And then either it will just throw it back directly to your system, or it will send you a DM on Slack containing the file. So I think that's cool functionality, and it doesn't take a lot of lines of code in order to be able to do that, but this is powered due to the fact that we have these open APIs and we are able to connect these different frameworks. So there's a number of other tools available for which we've built integrations. I think, did you do vRealize or did you do vCloud Director?
VCD, vCloud Director.
Okay. You want to talk what you built there?
Talk about VMware stuff at Ignite. Yeah, that sounds like something people will be joking.
VMware is on Azure nowadays.
VCD is a product I've used for a long time, and I had the pleasure of writing several commandlets to support it. And it's an infrastructure as a service framework to take your existing vSphere cluster and put sort of a cloud management portal on top of it. So it provides that multi-tenancy for say departments, or if you're an MSP for different customers. It's a use case for us that we find really compelling. It's also has a great API that's well documented. So when you look at the power of a product like Rubrik, along with a product like vCloud Director that has a fantastic API, you write a little bit of code to make these things interact nicely.
You didn't write a little bit of code.
Wrote a lot of code.
I've seen the pull request come in.
Wrote a lot of code, but
normal people submit a single script and then have me review that. Matt, however, submits like 40 functions at once and a couple thousand lines of code with unit tests. I mean, I was not happy. Well, actually, I was happy. I was on holiday at the time, so I didn't even look at it.
what can I say? I love writing code. So,
So yeah, for people that actually are familiar with GitHub, obviously we've created a lot of labels to make it easier to interact and to be able to get started with contributing. Too quick. I thought there was more to this slide. So because we have actually documented these use cases, the thing we've tried to do with our use cases is it's very easy to write a script that does what we just did in Azure and just toss it into a repository. But what we've done for Rubrik Build is we've actually made sure that whenever we create a use case, we make sure that there's proper error handling. You can actually troubleshoot it. There's going to be some kind of logging out there. And most importantly, there's going to be documentation. And the documentation goes beyond like, this is A and it does B. We actually have quick start guide, how to integrate it. We have getting started videos to just simplify what we can do there. So if you're interested in what we've put together, the obvious starting point is build.rubrik.com. Our repositories are put together in GitHub Rubrik Inc. Yep, we probably should have a Teams team, but we have a Slack team. Nice. You can join using the bit.ly link we have there. And if you see anything that's wrong or you have questions, we have build.rubrik.com. I'm not an email kind of guy. If you have a question, just tweet me. I'm definitely more likely to respond to tweets.
But if you email that address, somebody will get back to you. So maybe not Job.
People who
Might
like
be me.
email. Rubrik Forward. What is Rubrik Forward?
It's our first user conference coming up in May in Chicago. I will say Rubrik in general puts on good events. This is going to be our first conference ever, so if you're at all interested in data protection, Rubrik, or just technology, automation, there's going to be some really interesting topics here, some good speakers. I think some speakers that have not been announced but will surprise you all. So just encourage you all to think about coming. Hang out with us. We'll talk a lot more about our product and really deep dive into some use cases there.
I'll definitely be talking more about PowerShell there, if they let me. So in conclusion, what we've shown here is what we can do with Rubrik Cloud On. So Cloud On is our product's cloud conversion tool in combination with SQL. In this case, we use SQL. We could have obviously used any kind of other database technology here. We've shown that you can integrate it with different products. In case with Cloud On, we use PowerShell. We use the PowerShell module, and we use some T-SQL queries to validate that our restore works, and we're able to run our workload up in the cloud. So that's the integration part there. And then the last part, what we've done with the Teams example, is we can just completely automate something, have a chatbot take care of it. So if you have any questions specifically about Rubrik, not so much the integrations, because the people at the booth probably don't know that much about the integrations, visit the booth. We have socks, we have swag. Well, they have socks, they have swag. I mean, I have socks. If you come to the front,
we have some swag here too. So
maybe a little bit. Thank you very much for joining us this early in the morning. And if you have any questions, you can come to the front. We'll hang out for a bit.
Or if you want a selfie with Jaap, we'll start a line right outside. So Jaap is big on selfies.
That's only you who want selfies with me, man.
We're happy to stick around and answer questions. Thank you all so much for coming. I think there's an evaluation to fill out, so if you would tell our bosses that we're awesome, we'd really appreciate it.